address these kinds of systems. So this is a very big area. It's hard to condense into a small amount of time, but the way that I want to do it is by talking about 3 themes that I think are important for understanding all complex systems, and to give you some examples. So the first theme, and I have them as kind of slogans. The first theme is more is different. I'll give some examples of that. People often say the sum, in a complex system, the whole is more than the sum of its parts. But not only is it more, but it's also different in a fundamental way. I'm also going to talk about network thinking, how looking at phenomena as networks has really changed our understanding of a lot of different phenomena. And finally, what I call non-normal is the new normal, and I'll talk about that at the end. So feel free to ask questions and ask for clarifications, as I said. So the first idea is that more is different, okay? So here's a quote from Nigel Franks, who's an ant scientist, studies social insects. And he said, "The solitary army ant is behaviorally one of the least sophisticated animals imaginable. If 100 army ants are placed on a flat surface, they'll walk around in never decreasing circles until they die of exhaustion. In extremely high numbers, however, it's a different story." This is a sort of more is different story. So we've all seen ants doing their things. This is an example of ants collaborating to transport this wasp, much, much heavier than any an individual ant. So how is it that these incredibly unsophisticated individuals come together to collaborate on these hard, difficult tasks? And we saw the bridge that they built. And one thing that ant researchers have found is that there's no sort of ant in charge. There's no boss. There's no controller. The ants are a collective that are somehow using relatively simple rules and simple interactions with each other to have this kind of larger scale organization emerge. Another example that you've seen are birds flocking. This is a beautiful example of how coordinated these flocks can be. Again, there's no bird in charge. There's no leader. This is self-organization without a leader, where each individual bird is just looking at